Louisville Codes and Regulations issued a notice of violation for several infractions at 3385 Lester Avenue on August 16th with a due date to be in compliance by August 27th. Months later, in November, when I checked to see what happened, I was told nobody from Codes and Regulations had been back for re-inspection because of COVID and staffing issues.
This is a hot mess over here. Go this way, go right.
That's no surprise to the citizen in my passenger seat.
Here's another one right here on the left. It's been like this for ages.
Who wanted to show me his long list of properties in his neighborhood in alleged violation of city property codes, but didn't want to be identified.
Now that is a working junkyard. There's somebody living in that house too. Got the sidewalk blocked.
Turning corners, we find more problems he didn't know about.
You know, I don't know how long this has been here. I'll turn this in when we get back home. But, you know.
How many calls have you made?
Oh my God, dozens and dozens. Oh yeah. I mean, when I see something, I just don't turn it in.
But what makes him maddest isn't codes violations, it's the codes enforcement officer just sitting there in Shawnee Park in his city vehicle, day after day after day. We've been secretly watching over the past 3 months on randomly selected days and recording someone just sitting in a city vehicle as early as just after 8 to as late as 9:30. 8 different days in September, October, November, and December. On December 6th, we get out to ask questions. I'm John Boel from Wave 3. Hey, got a complaint about you coming up here and driving and sitting up in the park and not working.
Oh, well, that couldn't be possible. I usually come down here to use the bathroom, and then I usually leave out of here.
He identifies himself as Codes Enforcement Officer Jim Galligan, who says his hours are 8 to 4:30, and he comes here only to use the restroom. But the story changes when we tell him we've been recording. We've been watching 6, 7, 8 times, and you spent considerable amount of time here in the park before you head.
Well, I usually come down here just to route myself before I go to work, you know.
To what?
To route myself before I go to work.
What do you say to taxpayers, especially in your district out here, who say that you're sitting out here in the park and not working while there are serious problems in their neighborhood?
Well, I mean, you can contact my supervisor and he'll tell you that I do my job all the time, you know. But
But it doesn't look like you're doing your job when you're just sitting in a public park.
Yeah, but I mean, I come down here, you see, to use the bathroom and, you know.
But we've got video of you sitting for long periods of time in your car.
Yeah, I mean, but my car is my office. So that's what I usually do, you know what I mean? I do my work in my office.
But
I got to return phone calls, I got to do a lot of work in my car, you know?
But the complaint is that you could be out driving and enforcing codes and regulations. We even had one guy showing us all the problems in your district.
Well, I mean, I do my job as best I can, do you know what I mean, John? I mean, if you want it, there's not much more I can really say to you, do you know?
We reported the complaint and what we observed to the city. Assistant Director of Codes and Regulations Ben Anderson responded, "Our code enforcement officers use their Metro vehicles as their offices to complete reports and other necessary paperwork. Officers are permitted to use the first hour of their day to check and respond to their voicemail and email and plan out their inspections for the day. Random in-field checks are conducted regularly. Whenever a complaint arises, we look into it and take action if appropriate." That doesn't sit well with the neighbors on Lester Avenue who were waiting months for a re-inspection.
His job is to be out here patrolling this stuff.
Every day, 5 days a week, he's in this area.
Or the man in my car watching his neighborhood become a trash heap.
Sitting down at the park every morning instead of doing his job, it doesn't help anything because other people, you know, other inspectors are going, why should I care? You're not doing anything.